Hello there and welcome to the Mobile Academy. And if you want to become a job ready Flutter developer, make sure to check out the courses on my website mobileacademy.io. Here you will find all of the courses related to the Flutter development. You will find the professional course as well as the basic course related to the Flutter. You can also find some of the free courses over here if you want to just go and try it out, or if you are just a beginner on the Flutter and then the React Native, you can also find the free course over here. And if you would like to be a full stack developer, we also have the course related to the full stack developer, related to the Node.js, Express, MongoDB, as well as the Flutter over here. And if you would like to join the Flutter bootcamp, there is also a bootcamp course over here. So make sure to go and check out the course over here. There are free and then they paid course. And if you want to be a job ready Flutter developer, this is the course that you want to take. So see you guys on the next lesson. Till then, have a great day.
Let us continue with our lesson over here, and in this particular lesson let us work with the SignUp feature data layer over here. And for that, let's go to our source code over here and go to the SignUp over here, and let's create the one new folder, and I'll call this one as the data layer. And in the side of this particular data, let's just go and add some more folders or the subfolder. One will be of the REPOSITORY repository, and I'll also add the DTO over here, or the DTOs over here. And also I'll add the one new folder that will be of the source over here. And I guess that should be the one that we currently require. We have the DTO, repository, and source. And inside of this source, I will add the two more folder. One is of the sources of the local, and then the one more will be of the REMO TE remote over here. Sorry, REMMOT remote over here. So now we have all the data layer folder structure. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to create the data transfer object over here. And in that case, if you go to the Postman over here, and if you send a request to the SignUp feature over here, we are going to send this as the request to the server, and then this is the response that we are getting back from the server. Once we sign up, we get this particular response. So what we'll do is we'll just grab this one, copy this, and go to the app.thequicktab.io and select your language as the Dart and paste it over here. We don't want to go and manually generate all of the model or the data transfer object file. Let us auto generate it using the quicktab.io. This is pretty cool, right? You are going to save a lot of the time over here. And from this section, you are going to select the null safety, and also enable the put encoder and decoder in the class. That's going to add this one from here. So you can from JSON to JSON, from JSON it's added, and also to JSON will be generated. And in the other section, you need to generate the class definition with the freeze capability. That's going to make use of the freeze, and the rest is you need to go and enable this one. Just these two should be disabled over here. Depending on your requirement, you can just go and update all of this information. That is how is your requirement. Like if you have different requirement, then you can set it up differently. But for now, let's just go and copy this, and I'll just go and create the file first of all. And let's go back to the DTO, and I'll just go and create the new file that will be SignUp the response.the.dart file, or you can call it as a SignUp the DTO.the.dart file, depending on a requirement. And once I create that, let's go and copy the whole content from here, and let's go back over here, and let's just go and paste it over here. And what I need to do is I can remove this start.the.import that is not required, and let's try to rearrange or add a proper intent over here. That should be fine. Let's just go and grab this one as well, and let's just go and set this one up and over here again. So that should be good enough. And now we have the warning, which is of the annotation. Later we'll fix this one once we make use of the lint rule in the analysis option over here, or else you can just go and fix it for now, but later we'll see how we can fix that one. And the next thing that we will do is this is of the sign up response, and we get the status and then the data back from the server. And in the data we have this particular record, which is of the user, and in the user we have the ID and then email, role, and then the auth type over here. And if you go back over here, the ID of the string, so make sure it matches your type over here, string, name is of string, and then the email is of type is of the string, as well as you have the role which is of the string, and then the auth type you have email. The role and then the email can be of the enum type, but for now let's just keep it as simple as a string, but later we may change it to the different type, whether we will use the union type, or maybe we'll use the enum type over here. That depends on the later. Let's see how it goes, but for now let's just keep it as a simple. And once we have all of this, we can just go and generate the code over here. So flu flutter, and then the pop run, and then the build underscore the runner build dash d. So let's try to go and generate that particular file. And now once the code has been successfully generated, we are good to go. It should generate the two files, one is of the freezed and one is of the g.dart file over here. And now let's go to the source over here, and in the source we'll go to the remote for now. And in the remote I'll just go and create the one new file that will be of the let's see, sign up, I guess, sign up underscore the let's say sign up API dot the dart file over here, and that should be good enough. So let's just go and create the abstract class over here, abstract class, and that will be of the sign up, and this will be of the API. And we will be making use of the retrofit. I guess we have already added the dependency over here, so the dependency is already added, so we'll make use of the retrofit for our API connection over here. And let's go and add the REST API over here. That is what we need to import it from the retrofit over here. And in the we'll create the factory constructor over here, and we are not going to pass in all of this. We need to pass in the do over here. Let's go and import that, and this is going to return us, not equals to return us the sign up API. So this will be generated later on, and I'll just pass in the do over here, so don't worry about this error. We haven't generated that particular file. So the next thing that we'll do over here is let's just go and add the part file, because we need to generate some code over here. So that will be the sign up API, the g.dart file over here, and that should be good. And let's just go and add some let's create the method over here that we are going to use to call the sign up. We currently have only one method that we need to set up, which is to call this one. So let's just copy this one, and you can see this is the post request, so we need to create a post request as well. So add the post over here. Let's just go and import that, and then the path we will define it as the API version 1 auth, and then the sign up. So that should match whatever the endpoint that we have over here. So let's just go and provide the endpoint over here, and this is of the post request over here. And we will have the future of the sign up response. I guess that is what we have already set up over here. This is the sign up response, so that is what we are getting the type back from the server. So let's just go and import that particular class over here. And once we have that, this is of the sign up method, and then the body type will be if you want, you can just go and create this one as a request over here. So this is the request that we need to send over here. But I guess I will just make use of the map over here instead of just going and setting up this one. So I'll just go and set the map type, and it will be of the string and then the dynamic, and I'll just pass in the data over here. That should be good enough. We currently have only one the endpoint that we need to set up, which is to sign up over here. And once we have that, let's just go and run the code generator tool to generate our file over here. And what you can also do over here is, instead of sending the map over here, the map and the dynamic, you can also create the request object. So let's go to the DTO and let's add a new folder. This will be of the request request, and I'll just go and separate the one more new folder that will be of the response over here. And this is not required, but depending on your requirement, you may choose to do so over here. So let's try to move it to the response over here. Bit of the abstraction over here. Let's just go and add it to the response, and here I'll create a new file, and that will be of the SignUp underscore the request over here, request request or the dot file over here. And let's go and create our, what we can do is, instead of creating it manually, I can just grab this one from here. Let's go over here and provide it over here, and instead of saying it as the response, I'll just go and say the request request over here, and that should be good enough. And what I can do over here is, let's just go and copy this one from here, and let's go back over here and let's paste it over here. So it should be of the sign up request over here. So let's just go and rename this one. So make sure it is the correct naming over here, otherwise the file will be not generated for you. And let's just go and add the proper intent over here as well. Let's just go and add that one, and let's go and remove this one from here. Now let's just go and add the build runner, and let's just go and generate the code over here. And once the file is generated, we are good to go. So now we can go to the SignUp API over here, and what we'll do over here is, let's just go and replace this map with the SignUp request over here that we have just created over here. So that should be good enough for us. And what we need to do is, we need to regenerate that particular code, and once it is done, we are good to go over here. So let's just go and close all of this over here. This should be good enough for, I guess, this lesson. And once we have this one, next we will move on to the repository over here, and we need to set the repository up over here. And I'll give you as a homework for that one, and you can try to do it on your own. And if not, we will meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson over here. So the next step, we will go to our repository over here, and let's create the new file. And I'll create the interface first of all over here. That will be sign underscore the up, and that will be of the sign up underscore the repo SITORY repository, right, dot file. Let's just copy this, and also I need to create a new one that will be of the sign up repository, which will be of the concrete class. And now let's go to the sign up over here, and let's just go and create the abstract class. First of all, abstract the interface, which is of the pure interface that we want to create, and then the class, and that will be of the sign up repository over here. And we'll just go and create a new method over here, the abstract method that will be of the future, and then the sign up, and the return type each of the sign up response. And let's just import this one, and then the type or the parameters that we need to pass in is the type of the sign up request over here. And now once we have this interface created, let's go over here, and I'll just create the, I guess I'll just create the final class over here, and that will be of the SignUp repository over here. And this is going to implement, since we have the interface, and this is going to implement it from the SignUp repository, which is our interface. And we need to override the abstract method that we have. Let's just go and implement that one, and let's just go and remove this one. And now from here we need to call our endpoint over here, right? So how we can do that is, let's go back over here, and the first thing that is, we are going to require the SignUp API over here. And I'll just go and create the private variable over here. Okay, so sorry for that, it should not be over here. So let's just go and try to arrange this one. So I need to create a SignUp API as a local variable, and also I will require the final, and this will be of the, okay, so in the source, if you go to the remote, we have the SignUp API, and then we have in the local, we haven't set up anything. So let's just keep it as a simple one. So let's just make use of the SignUp API for now, and later if we need a local storage access, we will create one new file for that one. But for now, let's just keep it as a simple, and we just require the SignUp API for now. And once we have the SignUp API, what I will do over here, I'll just go and create the try catch block over here. And in the try catch block, what we'll do is, let's just go and add, okay, so let's just go and make this one as the asynchronous function over here. And let's just go and say final response over here. We are going to get a response, and then we need to just pass in the SignUp API dot the SignUp, and pass in the SignUp request that we are receiving as prompts over here. And then this is going to return us the SignUp response over here. And now what I will do is, I'll just go and return from here that particular response, and here we are going to catch some errors. So I'll just go and catch the DO error first of all. So if this is a DO exception, catch the type of the E, and I guess I'll just go and rethrow for now, because we are not doing any error handling over here. Later we will see that how we can actually go and handle the error properly once we learn the proper error handling over here in the different layer of our architecture over here. But for now, I'll just go and catch and rethrow that particular error for now. And I'll just go and make this one as the private, or let's just go and remove that and just go and say the underscore, because we haven't used that one. So I'll just go and remove that, and in case later if I require it, I'll just bring it back over here. And once we have this particular sign up over here, and if you go back over here, this is going to return us the user information over here, like the ID, name, email, the role, and then the auth type over here. So that should be good enough. And what we have to do is we need to create the provider. So if you can remember that we need to create the provider for this one, and for the provider we will set this is the sign up, and then the repository repository provider, and we need to import the Flutter Riverpod, and then the type for this one, the provider return type will be of the SignUp repository. We don't want to have a type as a concrete class, but we want to have the interface over there. And now what I need to pass is the SignUp API, and currently we don't have that, and we haven't created that previously, I guess. Yeah, so what I will do over here is I will just go and create the provider provider over here as well, and this will be of the SignUp API provider. And let's just go and import this one, And since we haven't created the any interface, let's just go and make use of the abstract. And since this is abstract class, we can also go and construct this one over here. And now we need to provide the DO. So if you can remember where we have created DO previously, if you go to the core data and in the remote section, we have the network service, and this is what we require over here. And make sure you replace this one with your correct domain name that we have generated previously. So make sure to pass in over here. We can also create the env and pass it over here, but we are not going to use env for now, and we'll just hard code it over here. So let's go and grab that one final, and then I'll just go and call this one as the DO, and this will be of the network service provider. So let's just go and import that, and I'll just go and copy this and paste it over here. That should be good enough, I guess. So now we have the SignUp API provider, and let's go back over here, and I need to grab that one, which will be of the SignUp API, and I guess that should be fine. And from here I'll just go and return on these. That should be good enough. So now we have our repository ready, and this is just going to do one single task for now, which is to sign up the user over here. So currently we have set up our DTO, and then we have the data source, which is of whether we are going to make use of the local or the remote, and then we have the repository, and in the repository we have set up the proper dependency that is to make use of the API call, and from here we are just going to return the sign up response. Next we need to work on the different layer over here. For now, don't worry about creating and working with a different layer. Once I complete all of the layer in our sign up feature over here, then I'm going to explain each of the layer for you. But for now, let's just do it practically. So we will keep continuing creating a different layer over here, and I may explain a bit, but at the end I'm going to explain you all of the layer, then why we created that particular layer and all of those stuff over here. And if you want to learn more in a deep lesson, like if you want to go deeper into the clean architecture and solid principles and all of those things, you can just go and check out my course in my website over here, which is of the Flutter master class over here. I have a 2 session for this one. One is master class 1 and then the master class 2 over here. And over here, if you go to the section, you will learn you have a whole section about the clean architecture, and then the class modifier, object-oriented programming. You have the solid principle, which is the must to have to learn about the clean architecture, and about the concurrency and then the parallelism in the Dart programming. And also we have a section of creating different kind of the Riverpod, and we have section to set up all of the project, like setting up the flavors, code signing for iOS, Android, setting up the different environment, linting, logging, and all of this stuff over here. And I have the whole section on the Firebase integration as well, like push notification, Crashlytics, and like the performance, Firebase performance, remote config, and all of this information. This is the much more deeper, you'll get much more deeper if you take this particular course, but it's not required. So if you want to learn more, just go and check out this one. This is go to the course if you want to be a job ready Flutter developer, because you need to understand the OP concept, solid principle, concurrency and parallelism, and all of this stuff to make use of the clean architecture properly. So that's all, and we will meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day.